What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, and I told you things were about to get messy. Whether you watch Love and Hip Hop or not, we're about to get into a woman who sounds the alarm against colorism, yet sleeps with a married colorist.
Close your legs to married men.
And Latocha Scotty is still lying.
This ain't stealing.
This time the NeNe leaks. But the interview was really good. We're gonna get into both things real quick. Like the video's intro plays, we got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, boo.
Make it make sense. That's all. 1 and 1 got to equal 2.
Make it make sense.
Do your intro.
Make it make sense.
Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Don't you snatch that from her. Don't do that again. Yeah, knock it down. Tear it up. Yep, and step on it.
That little girl with the get back gets me every time. Anyway, let's start with Amara. By any stretch of imagination, Amara, she's like an actress, a singer, a reality star on Love and Hip Hop. She's, by any standard, beautiful. By any standard, beautiful. And she was one of my favorite characters when I first started watching Love and Hip Hop in New York. She was poised. She was really about her business. She took care of her mom. But there were a couple of cracks, and they always involved dudes. Initially, what I don't think enough people give her credit for, her stance on colorism was very impactful everywhere. She took a stance against a colorist on her show, and believe it or not, I don't think a lot of people really knew what colorism is. I'm not saying she is the sole reason anti-colorism movement started. I'm just saying that for some of the VH1 watchers, they really weren't privy to the ins and outs of colorism. Anyway, but that's all I'm gonna give her on this. Beautiful, but like I told y'all earlier, she's openly sleeping with a married with a married man, and she's going out real bad. The problem that I have is that the married man, let's start here. Amara La Negra actually has people wanting to look like her. Like, here was this beautiful chocolate woman who's coming on this show that's usually about mess and being about business. She's messy, but it was almost like a breath of fresh air. She actually produced music. She was doing really big things, especially in the Latin music community. And it's great to see people who look like you doing well. But again, that's all I'm going to give her. Because she got with this dude, a married man whose hairline starts at his ears. And according to her, don't even have no money. Who is very married and is still married after she's had 2 beautiful twin daughters for him. She has gone out extremely bad on the show. But that's enough. Y'all got into that's a line. Everybody, let me let you hear what Alon said to Amara.
I'm curious to know why you wanted to meet up.
The reason that I wanted to see you today is because I'm not proud of the thing that I said.
Nobody wants your black ass.
And the things that I did last time we see each other.
You look good, baby. What else you want to know? That Alan came to my room last night? Oh.
I don't care about Alan coming to your room because he's already a married man. And if whatever her name is, a nobody on the cast is sleeping with somebody whose cast member is sleeping with them and the wife, then, you're just trash. But anyway, let's get back to this.
Of the thing that I said.
Nobody wants your black ass.
And the things that I did last time we see each other.
You look good, baby. What else you want to know?
Nobody wants your black ass. This is the same woman who has done multiple call to arms against colorism, and yet you are laying in bed with a colorist, a married colorist. I don't know if Amara is the right person to do the call to arms anymore, because the person you should be checking is the one that's there's the one who is, you having babies by. But let's get right to it about the wife being revealed. Everybody wants to know who the wife is. We were all kind of thinking it's probably going to be a light-skinned lady, and it absolutely is. I'm assuming she's Latin. Maybe she's also from DR, but this is her. Definitely does not hold the candle to Amara, unless what you're not into is black people's skin tones. I'm sorry. Dark skin. This woman is no Amara La Negra, but this is his wife. And this is what we all thought. But let's see how this all came out. So Miami Tip, everybody's favorite Miami stripper, says prayers up for Alan's wife, to which the wife responded, I'm praying, love, with the check between my hands. Now, Amara La Negra got Alan in between her legs, but apparently the wife is getting the check in between her fingertips.
Close your legs to married men.
So I guess it really is depending on what you want. Both of them seem now dumb to me, especially if that's your argument. And Miami Tip got right in her. She says the check, maybe that's the bad choice of words. Miami Tip got with her, not right in her. She said the check can't cover up the public embarrassment. Saying that would impress a young woman, but not me. You got the check, but your husband is still actively, intimately involved with another woman whose check is probably bigger than yours and ultimately the only reason you have yours. I said prayers up, hoping you were a woman of character or morals who was being disrespected and we could feel sorry for. But it's clear Alan got a type. I'm guessing she means dumb. So like I said before, I'm just going to mind my non-poly relationship. Be blessed out here. To which she replied, I wish I could say more, but I was reading my contract and I can't get into a lot of trouble. Meaning they are about to further embarrass her and Amara by bringing her on the show next season. You can put in the comments section, would you be tuned in? Also, it's a good time to remind you guys to like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, please like. It is a free way to support my channel. And any, cash apps and or super chats are extremely appreciated. Thank you. I'm very appreciative. But okay. Again, this is the woman. And this is Amara La Negra. What I can say is, Amara, I'm definitely side-eyeing you now. I don't know if you watched the show, but this was one example of Amara standing up against colorism.
Stop telling black women to stop loving themselves. You stop loving yourself. Selling bleaching cream. Slap the out of you, bitch. Wait.
I was all for this. I definitely was all for this. But you can't be that person and then allow your married boyfriend to say these things.
It's because I'm not proud of the thing that I say.
Nobody wants your black ass.
And the things that I...
You cannot do that. Like, he has you looking crazy. This is Amara's stance on it. I know that nobody wants to talk about it, but we suffer a lot with racism. We suffer a lot with colorism amongst the Latinx community. I get it all the time. Oh, whenever you get married, don't get married to no black man because you want to better the race. Somebody needs to say something. And I thought she was the person. I just don't think so anymore. Unless you start with home. Again, he's a very married man. Look at how he has her looking.
Alan, I don't deserve this. You hear me?
What are you looking for? What do you need right now?
It's about having you.
It's
about having you for me. Without me having to beg you to come see me.
You know how many people would want Amara La Negra and you are begging a man with male pattern baldness who just got his braces off, who you self-proclaimed is broke and married? This was Amara at her baby shower.
It actually surprised me. It's like when I was a little girl, stupid, thinking that he would actually surprise me. It's like when I was a little girl and I hope with all...
I don't get it. I really do think, and on a side note, I know I've been clowning her, but on the, at a real base level. The hypocrisy at someone who has sounded the alarm for or against colorists to be with one knowingly who's married. I just can't view Amara the same way. And I had so much, I don't have a respect for a lot of reality stars, but I really liked her hustle. I'm almost like insulted at the ignorance. Like,
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
A married colorist is who you are choosing to, it's who you are fighting for. I don't get it.
The reason. What was the reason?
I'm trying. This doesn't even make sense by any stretch of the imagination. This does not make sense. So you guys can put in the comments whether you watch the show or not. Am I wrong? Am I wrong to think that she's no longer the right person to do a call to arms against colorism if she's sleeping with a married colorist? Or does it matter if the messaging is right, but maybe the messenger is wrong? Should that messenger just keep delivering the message, even though that's who you chose to be with? Let's move on to a liar. I mean, Latocha. Let's move on to Latocha.
This ain't stealing.
Again, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, hit the like button. Shout out to NeNe Leakes. I was in her chat watching her show. I am officially subscribed. I enjoyed the show. I like the fact that NeNe doesn't really necessarily know these people, so she can ask them questions that they would not want to answer, and she does it with a straight face. She was over here calling this woman the throat. I was cracking up. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed her tea segment after. Shout out to NeNe Leakes. The set looks really great. It's very professional. And this was a messy episode. So I appreciate it, and I will be tuned in moving forward. What I'm going to do is link NeNe's entire video in the description of this video so you could check it out. If you do, let her know, make it make sense since you. I like NeNe. I might be shady towards NeNe, but I'm shady towards everybody. So, you know, I like mostly all of them. Maybe not Britt, but I like mostly all of them. And also, before we get into this, I'm a little annoyed at Kenya Moore. I definitely like Kenya, but she said she was supposed to be going live yesterday, and now she's been changed it to Friday. And I was waiting for that live because I figured it would be kind of messy. So I'm not exactly pleased with Miss Moore, but, you know, don't get me Team Twirl.
Okay, that's great. I love that. So Candy said in an interview with Vibe magazine that you weren't kicked out of the group. What happened with you not being a part of the escape?
Well, when you send a letter, first of all, I did not know that they were going on tour. I talked about going on tour. This is what I wanted. Okay, they were going on tour. I had nobody to call me. Nobody emailed me. Nobody told me anything.
Every time I'm listening to Tasha, I'm just thinking this is her in her head.
Come on, none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
And so when I heard about it, it was actually Coco from SAV and also Taj. It was like, we're thinking about going on tour. I was like, when? They were like, we were leaving in May. How y'all leaving in May? I know nothing about it. Nobody's talking to me. So I sent a letter from my lawyer to say, hey, ladies, if you guys are going on tour, let me know the dates. Tell me what is going on. I have no clue of anything.
First off, if your bandmates are going on tour and you're close with your sister or your bandmates, wouldn't you just pick up the phone and say, what's really going on? You went through your lawyer more than likely because you weren't talking to them. Like, I really do root for family unity, but in this situation, it's almost like Latocha is a lost cause. It feels like Latocha really does believe the things that she's saying. Like, I have this issue with a family member. It got to the point where I was like, am I crazy? No, I really do think that this person really does believe the bullshit that is coming out of their mouth. And I think Latocha is a prime example of that. She believes this.
But I never got that. I never got a phone call. They never even responded to the lawyer. And they went on tour.
Your group mates.
My group, yes.
Yeah, the people
my bandmates, absolutely. So no, so if somebody's calling to say what's going on and you're not getting any, they're not calling you back, it's like, what's going on? and I was not able to go on tour. So they left and went on tour.
Wasn't she not answering Tamika's phone calls? Wasn't she all about Motown? Wasn't her focus going to be her gospel album and sailing off in the sunset with
This
him?
ain't stealing.
The snake.
So is that not? So you tell me what that is if it's not getting kicked out.
Did you ever think that there would be a point in time where you would break away from the group that you grew up with?
Never. 30 years sweat equity and
These
never.
are like your sisters.
They are.
Yeah.
And
didn't she tell them that she was going solo, and she told Candy and Tamika to go have some more babies, and she told Tamika and Tiny go have some babies, and she told Candy you can go do your little modeling thing. Am I wrong? Every interview is almost like a case study in lying. Okay.
And to have them go on and move on without me, I think a lot of the stuff had to do with that show and the agenda that was placed on me. And I often ask people, I'm like, okay, there were 7 girls on that show. Why was I the one that was scrutinized and targeted in that way?
I think you were because of your husband.
Oh.
This is why you should tune into NeNe's show. But in terms of her, it's this victim mentality. What does she mean? She was scrutinized and picked on. You started the scene where you and your mom were supposed to be ganging up on your sister, and she just flipped the script on you. We've all seen the show. She really, really, truthfully believes that, I guess, her husband is a good man and that she's not at fault in any of this. Let me see. Hold on.
That's what we'll get to that. Okay, you said on the Big Tigger show that after Tamika's interview on the Ricky Smiley show that you would pick up the phone and you would call her. Why do you think it took this moment to reach out to her?
It didn't take that moment. I reached out to my sister several times, but she just didn't answer. And so at that moment when she went,
Tamika says that's not true.
On to say, hey.
So you can kind of believe who you want to believe, Latocha or Tamika, but I told you guys that there was even a family event that as soon as Tamika walked in, the mom and Latocha walked out.
Pick up the phone, pull up on me. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, this is great.
This is
do you guys live
fact
close
that
to each other?
No.
You know, okay.
She moved an hour and 45 minutes away from me. But no, it wasn't. That opportunity was there because she said, and she put it up on her social media.
That she wanted.
You could have took that tour bus that got repoed to go visit your sister.
She wanted to, and when I reached out to her after that, nobody said nothing.
Yeah, but do you believe that people need time?
I do believe that.
People need time to heal. You know, no matter what is happening. Sometimes you can say something to somebody and you may have gotten over it really quickly, but I may still be holding on.
And that's fine, but we're family at the end of the day.
You are.
At the end of the day. And what makes me
having a grudge with any of them, having all this animosity with you.
I can't get through it. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Since you were kids.
Yeah. For somebody else, whatever it was, to stand in the forefront to say, no, y'all think y'all can't get through it. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Because I did. You want to be? You think you can't lose weight? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you've lost a loved one, the grief that's a lot. And like what you said, it takes one another, loving each other through it, forgiving, and moving forward. So do I think? Yes. I really do. I do. At the end of the day, though, I think everybody deserves to be happy, in whatever lane that they want to go in. I just hate that it has come down to this because I won't do demolition on a group that I started, that I've named. You know, when
you sent, didn't you send like a cease and desist?
Yeah, that's what I grew up to. And for me, when I sing from my heart, I know for a fact that somebody else, I'm ministering. So I feel like my music is ministering to a lot of people. So I was ministering to myself, but telling my truth. And saying some things that happened like 2 years.
So in your song, you make mention of some internet rumors of your husband saying, even in marriage, ain't nobody perfect. But we've been split for 2 years and my heart is hurting. 30 years just wasted away.
Well, 30 years we have. But the 30 years is not just that, it's the group.
You see how she wasn't necessarily expecting that question? This is how you know she lying.
It is ridiculous. It's just completely ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Shout out to Funky. It's ridiculous. She started off in a lie, y'all. She can't help herself. in that residuals challenge, what she alluded to was that she had gotten rid of Rocky, which everybody believes was the cancer between her and the group and her sister. I told you guys that she was still actively with Rocky. NeNe asked her a direct question as it relates to her husband, and she transferred it to the 30 years was the group. Meaning she, you know, it was the split from the group, not her husband. It's a tricky one. Like Gabor would say, that's a crafty queen.
That's a good group. Yeah.
So when I sing, I'm a storyteller. I'm an illustrator. That's what I grew up to. And for me, when I sing from my heart, I know for a fact that somebody else, I'm ministering. So I feel like my music is ministering to a lot of people. So I was ministering to myself, but telling my truth and saying some things that happened like I'm 2 years removed from this, from a group.
Yeah.
They really just said bye.
That's
So
I will say both both Latasha and NeNe look good here.
Not been able to sing and write, and so this was my time to really just free myself. So it wasn't like this just happened. You know what I mean? When y'all people like, oh, this was 2 years. So I'm just able to sing about that, and it's been freeing. To be honest, it's freed me from a lot of things. I have not been able to be vocal.
It was definitely free because you don't have a label and nobody paid you for the song. Let me stop being
in front of them. Or I'm gonna wait till we get home and we're gonna talk about this. Or
oh my God, how old was I?
Like 20?
21.
You were very early on being with them. And that's crazy too.
Yeah, I mean, you go through the highs and lows in your relationship, but it's about standing. But it's some things that are off limits, especially for me. And I wasn't even on a reality show when that happened with her. It wasn't no reality show. It wasn't no extra money nowhere. It was just me about to lose my career. But everybody they don't covet you that way. But I covet my family, my love, everything that way, my friendships. I've had somebody say, well, you know everybody's business. Why don't you just go ahead and destroy everybody? That's not me.
How old were you when you got with your husband?
Oh my God, how old was I?
Like 20?
21.
You were very early.
How old was your husband when he was working for R. Kelly?
On being with him, and that's crazy too.
Yeah, I mean, you go through the highs and lows in your relationship, but it's about standing, getting through it, learning each other, understanding the person, dealing with the personalities. And when you know who you know, first of all, I know who I know, and it's not no carnal. It's a spiritual. I know.
The problem is you don't know your husband.
Who I know. And God has been able to help. Would I divorce if I felt like it was something to divorce about? Yeah.
He's a fine artist.
We're together.
Oh, you're together.
We're together. We're working through it. It's a union.
Okay.
I don't want other. Understanding the person, dealing with the personalities, and when you know who you know,
look at me.
I know who I know, and it's not no carnal. It's not. It's a spiritual. I know who I know. And God has been able to help. Would I divorce if I felt like it was something to divorce about? Yeah.
But you guys are separated.
We're together.
Oh, you're together.
We're together. We're working through it. It's a union.
Okay. You said.
Yeah, I sang.
I can see NeNe saying, "Say what now?" What? You did a whole song alluding to the fact that you are not with this man, and in reality, you are very much with him. And the rumor is you never really weren't with him. You chose to take a viral moment, make people believe that you were on a better track and away from him, only to still be with him.
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
I could see NeNe saying that in this interview.
Separated was 2 years. Like I said, it's 2 years ago, and I'm speaking my heart.
Yeah.
We were, it was a lot, but I'm working on.
Rodney The Voice says he saw them a year ago together, I think at like a CVS in Vegas. So I'm telling you guys, they were together already this year when she did the residual challenge. Rodney saw them last year, and then she did a whole crying thing saying that she was always going to love her husband and everything after the Escape show had basically wrapped. So what I don't think that she even knows the difference between a truth and a lie now. And she does not realize that each one of these interviews really hurts her chance to really make amends with her family. You need to start off with a check.
On me. I'm working on my marriage. This is not, my union is not for the world to work out. I don't go seek the counsel from the world.
That's true.
I seek it from the right person.
Who, Rocky? You seeking counsel from Rocky?
This ain't stealing.
Real counsel.
Yeah.
Not the critics. Because they're not going to make me happy. No, he's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago.
Okay, so he does music.
He's a manager. He does a lot of things, managing sports and media. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think he stole from your group?
He did not steal from the group.
He did not.
No, he did not steal from the group at all.
It's ridiculous.
Well, that's crazy.
It's just completely ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I'm gonna pray for her. Because when you're this far gone, there's really not anything anybody can do. At this point, it's a lost cause. That's what she believes. She is going to stick by Rocky. The only thing I regret is that Candy didn't really let Mama Joyce come on that show. Because if Mama Joyce could do this to Karma, what do you think she would have done to Latasha?
Hair that's left over. That's what she do. Sit around there and catch whatever left over.
If Mama Joyce would have got a hold of Latocha Scott, it would have been a whole different escape show. Candy probably said, whoa, mama, whoa, mama. They let Tiny's mama on, talking about the money and stuff like that. Mama Joyce maybe was at the OLG. I don't know what Mama Joyce was doing, but I know Mama Joyce really could got a hold of Latasha, and she chose not to. Maybe because she liked Tamika. I don't know. But NeNe and Tasha did take some digs at Candy. I'm not going to show you guys the whole video. Definitely go check it out. I like I said, I just subscribed right here, so y'all saw. And I'll be, tuning into her other. She said it's not a podcast. I'll be tuning into her other shows. I thought it was good, and I've been saying that NeNe Leakes does not need a co-host, and NeNe Leakes could do a hot topic show in a heartbeat. She put the money into it, so shout out to NeNe. Anyway, I gotta run. We have more mess coming. I just chose not to put it in this video, but it involves Sean Atwood. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow. Maybe it'll be live. I don't know. But I will see you guys later. Like the video on your way out and subscribe if you are new to the channel.